good impact. How important it is for you to maintain that momentum at this stage of this tournament?
It's feel good always when you are top of the table, and yes, this is because boys playing so well, and all credit goes to the team, and it's still halfway done. So we are very much excited, and yes, we need to play still good cricket to keep that tabletop.
Looking at what went in the first game, the track looks good. So what kind of total is gettable, do you think, in the second innings?
Yeah, we're trying to restrict anything 130, 140 because one side is short. So all the betting sides taking that advantage also. So we are trying to restrict them as much as possible.
Team news.
Same team.
All the best and have a good game.
Thank you very much.
That's in the toss not going in your favor. They have asked you to post a total.
Yeah, and we were looking to bat first actually.
Things did not went your well last night. Coming back in just a matter of 15, 16 hours back to this stadium. What is the plan? How you motivated your guys?
Well, of course, whatever has happened, that we cannot deny the fact. But I think the boys have to pull up their socks. This is, right time for them because it's halfway through. So I'm really hopeful the boys will shape up well and they are in a good space of mind.
Absolutely, and keeping in mind last time when you faced Majees Titans, you just chased 173 with 10 wickets in hand. Does that give you extra confidence going into this game?
Well, every game gives you a confidence. It is just that you have to be in the present, not to think ahead or whatever you have done. So you just take the positives and go by the feel, how you feel, and try to be in the present as much as possible.
Rightly said, and Ritvik, he performed really well. You must be happy, captain, the way the youngster bowled.
Absolutely. The way he debuted, he looked like he belongs to this place, and he's a very confident young lad, and I'm really grateful that he's part of our team.
What conditions can we expect any changes?
No, we are going in with the same team as previous game.
Best of luck and give us a good game.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Amir Kaleem, the captain of Majees Titans, winning the toss, he has decided to bowl first.
Amir Kaleem does like to bowl first, and that's exactly what he's done. Both the captains getting what they wanted. And looking at the lineups, it's going to be an interesting one because Muscat Thunderers, Afreed KT, Anurag Singh still stays among the plan of Muscat Thunderers. Ashish Odedra, the man in form, Hashir Dafedar, would want to get some runs behind his back. And that all-important name, Jatinder Singh, Monis Ansari, with that experience, Pranava Thavle sticks in, Ratik Pathak, Samay Srivastava, Sandeep Gaur and Siddharth Bukapatnam. To introduce Majees Titans, I have the all-experienced Jamil Zaidi. Jamil bhai.
Thank you. From Majees Titans, the same team has played yesterday. Amir Kaleem, Abhinav Sharma, Abid Khan, Aryan Bisht, Ferisco Adams, Jehan Klote, Hemal Tandal, brilliant bowler, Shafiq Jan, the man who won the match yesterday, Usman Ali Afridi, Wasim Ali, and Vishwa Vijendrarat.
Majees Titans have certainly won the toss and they have elected to bowl first. They want to have a dominating affair against Muscat Thunderers because the last time they clashed against each other, Majees Titans were just not in the equation. And that all happened because of that man on your screen, Jatinder Singh. Singh is king.
Well, the starting was absolutely brilliant knock from him. No wicket loss, 172 runs being scored against Majees Titans. But, of course, after that, things not going in the favor of Jatinder. So today might have the time he'll come back again.
Charging in Hemal Tandale. What a delivery was that from the junior Shoaib Akhtar last evening to get the better of Jatinder Singh.
Absolutely outstanding bowling from him yesterday, Mohammad Imran. And what a great piece of bowling by this young chap, Zahir Raza. The first 5-5 for him. So many records yesterday we have got, and hat-trick, lowest total, and of course that 5-5 from Zahir Raza.
Hemal Tandale dancing down the track, and look at the amount of time that Jatinder Singh has. Almost feels as if he's playing a spinner. That's the quality of Jatinder Singh here.
Absolutely spot on. Yes, he's always brimming with the confidence. Right the moment he arrived at the wicket. Take the things very easy. No pressure whether he's chasing or he's batting first. That's the quality of the sport, Jatinder Singh.
The only problem has been that Muscat Thunderers have been riding on the back of Jatinder Singh and Ashish Odedra, and that's something that they want to correct. Because on a wicket like this, where bowlers have a say, it's going to be wide of the fielder at slip, and it's going to be the first boundary for Jatinder Singh. He wouldn't mind it, because runs are important on a wicket like this.
Well, definitely, yes. Each boundary gives more confidence to the batters. That was outside the office stump. He just opened the face of the bat and got the first boundary for his team.
Incredible Jatinder Singh. He's been very impressive. Very, very impressive. Especially over the last 365 days. Beautiful delivery from Hamilton Dale. It's a play and miss from Jatinder Singh. But talking about Jatinder Singh in the last 365 days, ever since he's got that captaincy under his belt, he's looked extraordinary.
Definitely, yes. So many centuries to his credit. After that, become the captain of national team. He really feels responsibility and player responsibility. He got a lot of centuries in his credit now. And starting this tournament with the century, but later on he was not at his best.
Shuffling across and playing it on the leg side. 5 runs from this over of Hamilton Dale with a ball to spare. This is what you get with Jatinder Singh. He's never too concerned, never looks to get bogged down. He always looks to rotate, and that's what makes him special.
But that's the right approach even for the openers, whoever it is, whether from other team or... But that's quality of Jatinder Singh, that he always comes with a positive mind. And those batters who come with a positive mind, not taking any pressure, is always successful.
Tendale will be looking to finish off well. 5 runs from this over with the ball to spare. On the other hand, Ashish Odedra finds it on the front foot, looking to show the full face of the bat, and this is good from Ashish Odedra. 5 runs from this first over of Hamilton Dale. Muscat Thunderers 5 for no loss. Talking about Junior Shoaib Akhtar, this is Junior Bilal Khan into the attack. The younger brother of Bilal Khan, Abid, a duplicate of Bilal Khan. So many similarities. Jamil bhai?
Yes, there's a difference. To talk about this, it's a vast difference between him and his brother. Bilal Khan, more than 100 wickets to his credit, international cricket is definitely way, way, way ahead of him. But this boy is trying to get into the grooves of Bilal Khan with consistent hard work.
It is very difficult to overshadow somebody who has already made a name for himself, and that is what Bilal Khan is all about. And the kind of hard work that he's put in, almost impossible to replicate. Tireless efforts from Bilal Khan. Abid sliding down in line, but it's been to his effect in this occasion.
Right areas to bowl for a right-hander, facing a left-hander, moving away from the batter, moving outside the off stump. Outswingers for the right-hander batter from him. This comes down the wicket. Lucky escape for being given a wide.
2 dot balls. Jatinder Singh loves to dominate. He loves to take the game on, especially against the inexperienced Abid. What a delivery. Angling away from the right-hander, missing the outside edge, will give Jatinder a stare, will give him a smile as well.
The only thing is that if somebody like Abid and like yesterday Mohammad Imran try to bowl with calm and coolness, they will not allow Jatinder to come on to them.
What I really want to see from Abid is a little more attacking. He's bowling outside the off stump at the moment. There is a little bit for the pacers in this wicket, and that's where I want him to be a little more straighter. Challenge Jatinder or take Jatinder on.
This could be a in-swinger for him, but I believe 3-dot deliveries outside the off stump, and the bowler should try his variation, a slower one or a short pitch.
I think he's going to be sticking with swinging it away or keeping it away from Jatinder Singh. In-swing versus outswing. Outswing it is, and guided to third for a single.
Here, but now I'll tell you one thing. A bowler who is bowling 3-dot balls in the same line and length must change his direction. 3 outside the off stump. He tries to bowl the one into the batter because batter's intention will be to bowl outside the off stump. This is the 4th delivery he's played on the same area.
This is going to be the in-swinger in my opinion, because on that occasion he would know that Jatinder is expecting the in-swinger. And he's looking for a big shot there, a big release shot. And that's where I think it was a good idea to stay away from the arc of Jatinder Singh and keep it away. But on this occasion where Ashish is just playing a second delivery, it would be a good idea to attack Ashish with the in-swinger. So once again, in-swinger was outswinger. Outswinger it is. And it's guided well. This is a brilliant effort. Hemal Tandale, who had bowled a very effective over to start off, putting in the hard yards to keep it down to a couple.
What an effort from Himal. Brilliantly stopped the ball, crossing the fence. That is really the triple commitment of those batters and the fielders. That put more pressure on the batters to take the runs away from them. Look at that effort. Brilliant one. Absolutely brilliant. Just frictions of a second, throw the ball inside the ground.
Impressive stuff from Hemal Tandale. Should have been a boundary. But in the modern day cricket, fast bowlers are suddenly looking to become a better fielder. There was a time, especially Jamil Bhai, we'll talk more about that. 2 overs done. Just 3 runs from that over of Abid, and it's 8 for no loss. Now, Jamil Bhai, you were from an era where fast bowlers were never great fielders. I can probably not think of a good fast bowler and a good fielder in combination together.
Absolutely spot on, yes. Those fast bowlers were just, after bowling the over, they go fine leg or third man, stay there, not even trying to come up to get the runs stopping. Just place where they are standing and doing the fielding.
And now has come an era where fast bowlers, you talk about Siraj, you talk about that effort from Hemal Tandale in the same sentence. Pretty impressive. Charging in. And this is good effort, very good effort from Majees Titans. They look like a champion side all of a sudden. They weren't in the mix of things to start off, and all of a sudden they're looking like a dominating force.
Well, a great comeback from them after losing the first match with 10 wickets. But great comeback to them. 3 matches in a row they won. And sitting on the top of the table.
Very early into the game, which side are you on? The dominating Majees Titans or the rocked Muscat Thunderers. In the air, fielder will only keep it down to a single.
Currently, if you talk about Muscat Thunderers, they need to have some time to come back again into the game in the second phase of this league. The first, what called the instant, was not very good for them. Lost couple of matches in a trot. And now this time again, they have to come back again if they want to stay on for the top positions or even number 2, number 3.
So this game in favor of Muscat Thunderers or Majees Titans, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say at the moment. It's just
Absolutely.
a couple of hours there.
You have to put in a guess. Jammy boy, being diplomatic.
It is said that you cannot say anything till the last ball being bowled in cricket, isn't it?
I'm not asking you
So-
to, I'm just asking you to predict. Just like how you predict the wicket.
One thing is there, a team who has lost couple of matches, I cannot put my, what you call, bet on them.
So it
The
is
win
Majees Titans.
which is coming, I feel it will be Majees Titans. They might come back again, doing their heroics together. But time for Muscat Thunderers to come back strongly.
What has been the story to highlight for Majees Titans has been that form of Wasim Ali and the way Wasim Ali has shined and shined bright for them. Into the arc of Ashish Odedra, it's going to be a dot ball. It's a brilliant over from Hemal Tandil so far, just a single of 5 deliveries. And that performance of Wasim Ali came in at a time when all the other seniors weren't shining and shining bright.
You can see the pressure on Jatinder as well. Almost 3 overs been over, only 9 is on the board. Compared to the other matches they have played, quickly about the first power play, they need to have about 30-40 runs. But today things have been different. He's thinking so much thing for his team, maybe to stay as long as he can to carry the innings. Because after his dismissal, things are not going good for the Muscat Thunderers.
Won't be wrong in saying that after the dismissal of Jatinder and Ashish Odedra, it's a long tail that wags for Muscat Thunderers. That's how the story has been in the Oman D20 so far. It can change fairly quickly. The likes of Sandeep Gaur, Hashir Dafedar, these are big names. But they need to come to the party, and at the moment, Hemal Tandil is dictating the terms against Muscat Thunderers. 9 for no loss at the end of 3 and just a single from Hemal. Abid to continue. This is going to be an interesting over. Because as far as what I understand of Jatinder Singh and Ashish Odedra and Muscat Thunderers, they'll be looking to go after Abid.
Well, I think he's bowling intelligently. But now I tell you one thing, he's not giving Jatinder Singh to come down the wicket and play his normal aggressive extra cover shots, keeping slightly away from his bat, ask him to cut. That's the right thing for him.
This is going to be a big shot around the corner for Ashish Odedra, and that'll be because of that one run over from Hemal Tandil in the power play. Big shot, expensive drive, and it's only going to be a single.
Still didn't saw an in-swinger from Abid. He's consistently bowling outside the off stump.
Can you call it very disciplined?
No, as a bowler, I think he has to use his variation. I mean, bowling only on one side, it gives strength to the batters.
At the moment, it is working for Majees Titans, and Amir Kaleem, standing at backward point, will be having a smile. Another drive and another single. So dealing in singles is Muscat Thunderers at the moment. They're stitching a partnership. Can't take it away from them, but in the power play, they need some boundaries here.
Well, I think those teams who are struggling now in the batting, for now I feel they should come out of the shell they have put on themselves. They cannot score, or they go try to save the wickets rather than going for the runs.
The problem with Muscat Thunderers has been that every time they've tried to be positive and they be extraordinary or be out of the box, big shot in the air, a little bit of a fumble, but holds on to it. Usman, he's a decent fielder, and Abid will have a small smile because his efforts have been rewarded with that wicket of Ashish Odedra.
Well, right time, stuck by Abid. Ashish Odedra once again out. Maybe slower one, and he tried to play over the extra cover, little fumble. Well taken. The wicket number 1 back to the hut for Muscat Thunderers. It's Ashish Odedra.
It's a moment for Pranav to introduce Pranav because Pranav Athavale has come to the middle.
Yeah, wide difference between these two. One is sitting in the com box and putting on his expert comments. The other was in the field trying to show his class at the batter.
Both trying to do their jobs and they're just putting in their right foot forward.
But Pranav is playing more faster in the com box than on the field.
Even in my days, I did play a little bit fast. It's just that age caught up very quickly with me in the company of Mudipa. Abid to Athavale. Very first delivery, cut and cut well. Finds that gap. Pranav Athavale has looked like a very different player in this edition of the Oman D20.
While I still couldn't understand the strategy of Abid, he's just consistently bowling outside the off stump. Look at way outside the off stump. All the chance of the batters to play to the cover point of extra cover.
Sometimes you just need to hold on to your shape and play good quality cricket. That's exactly what Athavale has done. Don't need to manufacture like Ashish Odedra. You just need to play good quality cricket and runs will follow. In desperation, you might lose your shape, you might lose your balance, and that's where it was the demise of Ashish Odedra. Very well bowled. You were looking for that in-swinger, and there Abid has brought that in-swinger into account. 4 overs done. 7 runs from that over and a wicket of Abid. 16 for 1. Believe it's going to be Shafiq Jan coming in to the attack from the Oman LNG end.
The man who clinched victory for Majees Titans yesterday.
What a win that was for Majees Titans. Pulled a victory out of the jaws of defeat. Big expensive drive. Jatinder, he's a classy batter, and when he plays shots like that, it deserves a bow for sure.
The ball came into the groove. Just makes it a foolish delivery through the extra cover. Lovely sight to watch playing that copybook cricket.
And look at the fielders, they didn't even move. Just gave the respect, the undue respect to the ball that it deserved. Let it go. Let it sail the way it wants to sail. One thing that we would love to watch out is probably a Gulf series of the D series, where the champions of D20 of Oman, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, I don't know which other countries hold their domestic 20 series, but I'm sure most of them would be.
Saudi Arab.
Saudi Arab. And that would be a series to watch out for. The viewership will be really high. And that's a concept which has come from Mudassir Ali Qureshi. So credit where due. It's a brilliant idea.
Absolutely. You must float this idea to UAE board as well.
I wish I had the authority.
Not you, Mudassir.
Mudipa. Mudipa can get to anywhere. He is very influential. Athavle looking very good. Rock solid at the moment. No questions on his technique whatsoever. It's just that in the previous editions, his strike rate hasn't been great. His conversions haven't been to that point where you would want to appreciate him as a batter. But technique, rock solid.
No doubt about it. You're talking about Gulf Cup. You remember a couple of years before, it was a regular feature for the Gulf nationals to play that Gulf Championship in Dubai. Sometimes Lion and Oman got the first trophy in that tournament.
Not sure about that, but in my days when I used to play for Muscat Thunderers, there was a team that used to go, a club team which used to go to Dubai for a competition. I'm not sure what that competition was called. I'm talking about days of Jitendra Redkar, Hemant Desai, Rakesh Sharma, Ashish Mayankar, the good old days of Muscat Thunderers.
Yeah, actually, there was a tournament in Dubai. It was used to be played in the month of Ramadan. It is 35-hour tournament. I have played a couple of them. And Muscat has won one tournament, so has one other team, Raha.
What a side that was. Absolutely. Few of the people sitting in the support staff were the key members. Talk about Nilesh Parmar, Hemal Mehta, Wilson Barbose.
Yeah, they were part of that.
Guided to legs. Rush required and rush achieved. So single will wind that over of Shafiq Jan. Just 6 runs from it. 5 overs done. 22 for the loss of 1. Muscat Thunderers.
Thank you, Mr. Mehta and Mr. Zaidi. 5 overs, 22 for the loss of 1. Going has been slow, but the good news is captain still out there in the middle, Jatinder Singh. What a bowling unit of Majees Titans. They covered every department, whether it's fast bowling or spin bowling department. So boundaries are hard to come as of now, but Jatinder is the kind of a player he needs Just 1 or 2 good overs to keep that scoreboard moving quickly. And quickly, let me introduce my fellow commentator, Amin Wagle, joins me. Very good afternoon, Amin.
Yeah, very good afternoon. Works it away towards the offside. And absolutely, Jatinder is far too experienced and far too calculative in his approach towards building an innings. Muscat Thunderers rely heavily on the form and the kind of antics that Jatinder Singh employs out there. Sliding down leg. What right now the Muscat Thunderers need is some bit of inspiration and a little bit of support from the rest of the batters.
In the air, just manages to clear the fielder inside 30-yard circle, not a proper connection. But the problem is they are not being too aggressive, is that they know the middle order is not performing up to the mark. If Jatinder or Pranav, if they get out playing those big shots, then they are in deep, deep trouble.
Oh, charging down the track. He's given a shot, a good whack. This is disaster here for Muscat Thunderers. Jatinder Singh will have to walk back into that dugout looking very dejected. It's been very quiet from the bat of Jatinder Singh for the past few innings.
That pressure was mounting on Jatinder Singh. Runs were not coming with ease, and trying to force his shot against Usman finds Wasim. No mistake. A big, big blow for Muscat Thunderers. 2 wickets down. Power play done and dusted. Captain is back. The dugout, 6 overs done. 25 for the loss of 2. Pranav on 7, joined by Hashir Dafedar, another batter short of runs in this tournament. And also after facing the defeat against Invincibles, Shafiq Jan, what a start. Some movement inviting him for the drive. Going past that wood. Great start.
Yeah, what a delightful delivery first up here from Shafiq Jan. And so close to the bat and so close to the outside edge. He almost took off celebrating a wicket, thinking that he's probably got the better of the batter. Not to be so, but at the moment Pranav Atavale and Hashir Dafedar out there in the middle, out of which Pranav Atavale is living dangerously up against Shafiq Jan.
Wicket to wicket line, those suffocating lines. Top of that, last night they faced a heavy defeat of this tournament. They were bundled out for a score under 50 or under 60, I mean.
Yeah, well, it was certainly under 50, but a lackluster performance and something that you don't expect from a team like Muscat Thunderers at any cost. Even right now at the moment, 2 wickets down, they need some sort of resurrection.
A quick single. So two fast bowlers, Abid and Hemal, bowled quite well, and they rested Ubaidullah in the previous game, and Shafiq Jan coming out with flying colours with his bat to win that game. The last ball thriller against Renaissance Challenge is now looking fit enough with the ball, I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. What a thrilling encounter that was. Out of nowhere, you wouldn't expect Shafiq Jan to just step up and have a thought or spare a thought to the way Shafiq Jan performed last evening. Woeful with the ball, edged, a bounce towards slip. Woeful with the ball in hand, but then with the bat, things certainly seemed very different. I still remember watching him speak to you on the sidelines for the post-match presentation, and it just felt as if you hand him a bat and he'll start hitting sixes over there as well. Absolute character, Shafiq Jan.
This is the advantage when you are an all-rounder, not having a good day with the ball, but got those runs with the bat. All of a sudden, a hero and a player of the match. What an entry for Shafiq Jan in this tournament. An exciting character. But the man in slip, number 13 Amir Kaleem, is having a terrific outing, especially in the field in this tournament.
Yes, Captain Cool. AK-13, Amir Kaleem. Oh, worked away towards the onside. Beautifully done. He was expecting that ball to come inside the block hole and played the riskier shot, but he played it with such elegance. A good single to get off the mark for Hashim Dafidar. Muscat Thunderers 27 for 2.
Usman Ali will continue. Who got that big wicket of Jatinder. What an addition. Great pick before this season by Majees Titans, getting this talented, experienced Usman Ali in their ranks. Driven nicely on the front foot.
Well, you've got Usman Ali. Shafiq Jan has been there in Majees Titans for quite a while. Wasim Ali, who's fielding at point to the right-hander, and he's been an addition. So plenty of handy picks and plenty of impact players, and that's what I really wanted to point out since the very beginning of the tournament. Oh, beautifully bowled here, Usman Ali. And that is what I really wanted to point out since the beginning of the tournament. When you have such positive news in that squad, there is positivity oozing out of every player that is going to be representing the team out there in the field. One might say that this could be Majees Titans here. Driven uppishly. Only a single. And it's been those impactful innings. Every game here and there, you would find Majees Titans to, contribute. A player putting up their hand and contributing in some way or the other, whether it be Wasim Ali in one win, and then you have Usman Ali in the next win. You have the likes of the old players such as Vishwa and Aryan Bisht, the youngster, contributing. There were a couple of matches in which Aryan Bisht single-handedly, or rather, was in the mix of ensuring Majees Titans secure that win. Shafiq Jan, who's just come into the side. So everybody wants to belong to that playing 11 at the moment for Majees Titans. These are only positive signs.
No, rightly said. And the tight over from Usman. 8 done, 29 for the loss of 2. Astute captaincy from Amir Kaleem. That is the reason Thunderers are struggling. Shafiq Jan into his third over, wicketless. Onto the pads, going past. Oh, what an effort! Certainly saving some runs. Great reflexes by the wicket keeper.
Jihan Cloet for Majees Titans now.
That's what that is what I was thinking, that you missed Gihan and Adams. 11 players, 11 impactful players, match winners. That is the reason they are sitting well at top of the table.
Yeah, and these are positive signs for any team that you have someone or the other in that playing 11 who puts up their hand and puts up a spirited performance, carries the team along with them.
Skiddy through the surface into the ninth over. Still slip in position. The captain himself, Amir Kaleem, an attacking field.
Probably some thought in the line and length that Shafiq Jan has to offer today, and Amir Kaleem will make sure that the strategy is followed. The tactics have been followed. Shafiq Jan, most of the deliveries right on the similar areas, extracting that in swing and out swing at both times. This time it's the outswing.
The big change what I have noticed in the bowling of Mohammad Imran and Shafiq Jan is now that they're trying to bowl good length deliveries. In the previous edition, they used to come and bowl those unnecessary bouncers, going for plenty of runs. So now the slip comes out, no first slip for Pranav. First slips makes a way towards the short mid wicket. Just now I was talking about those short bouncers, and he tried to surprise Pranav. But what a hit. He anticipated that back of length, and Bala Subramaniam signals maximum.
Yeah, well, back of length was right, but what wasn't right was the line in which he had delivered that delivery. Look at that, rocking onto the back foot. Pranav Atavale absolutely clobbered that over the fielder, and he's getting as much as 6 runs for this effort.
A great hit. Under pressure. Getting a maximum against Shafiq Jan. Playing with lot of calmness. A controlled aggression so far from Pranav. Oh, maximum. Now overstepping, free hit, advantage Pranav.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just about to say well bowled, because that was certainly a well directed delivery, and that was probably the only answer that Pranav Atavale had, and that's to hit it back to the bowler. But then he's erred in that step of his. Rightly mentioned Mohammad Imran and then Shafiq Jan as well. Oh yes, way forward.
Missed an opportunity there, keeping it away from Pranav. But what a call from Balasubramaniam. Great call. That overstepping by millimeters.
Absolutely, they've been on top of their game, and it's not easy being an umpire under the afternoon sun. It's quite hot out there with the sun glaring down.
Change of pace. Good comeback, but they'll take this over as a good one. Muscat Thunderers getting 9 runs, 9 gone, 38 for the loss of 2.
Harshad Afidar now inside out. And he's going to get a good boundary to his name. Usman Ali will have to correct that line and length. He's done good work in the previous over. And now Harshad Afidar looks to get into the act and score a few runs for himself and Muscat Thunderers, breaking the shackles. It's been a boundary after quite some time. Inside out with that ball right within range. A few more balls like these and the two Muscat Thunderer batters will start feeling quite comfortable. Harshad Afidar has a point to prove here. He's been awfully quiet all throughout the series.
Going has been tough. Usman Ali, very economical. And showing leadership qualities, Amir Kaleem, not being greedy. He himself being a left-arm orthodox. He's persisting with Usman Ali. This is where the role of the captain comes into play. Age is just a number for Amir Kaleem.
Ever been part of a corporate organization? You have managers, you have line managers, you have managers who govern the line managers. They all are good at their task.
Late cut, old-fashioned late cut, fetches him a boundary. A good over in progress for Muscat Thunderers.
Couple of boundaries of the bat of Harshad Afidar and he'll feel very confident now progressing in this innings. It's the right time to up the ante and score some crucial runs for himself and the team. Harshad Afidar has not lived up to expectations so far. He's a regular feature in that Oman squad for quite some time now. He'll want to make a showing for himself.
He's a well-built lad. No, suicidal. Why? You have got those runs just for a single. They gave away a wicket here. Brilliant captaincy and attacking field setup. Vishwa making no mistake.
Yeah, well, Pranav Atavale is the casualty. It was an unnecessary single and a poor call by Pranav because there was nowhere a single over there. Harshad Afidar too looking to proceed, taking that single, and it was never going to turn out in the right manner. Early drinks break because of the fall of wicket, but then the red light flashes and that's confirmation that Pranav Atavale will head back into the dugout.
It's a good spread out field for Osman as Sandeep Gaur comes to the middle. The ex-captain of Muscat Thunderers. Fended to wind that over up. It's a halfway mark. The drinks break has already been taken. So it's just going to be change of over. 10 overs done, 48 for 3 Muscat Thunderers. It's going to be that pair of Dafedar and Sandeep Gaur, two experienced personnels of Muscat Thunderers that will have to do some stitching job as Amir Kaleem comes into the attack from the Oman LNG end. It's something that you get with Amir Kaleem is change of pace. He's happy to give ample amount of flight. He does have that delivery which fires in.
Bowls with Kyle, Amir Kaleem. And that's probably one of his very important weapons when he operates out there in the middle. Also, another fact is that he knows how to vary his pace. There could be shooters, there could be something that is flighted. Just like that.
Limping to the other end. Wonder it is Sandeep Gaur. Yes, it is Sandeep Gaur. He's removed his gloves and he's in ample amount of pain there. Not sure what it is. Probably the groin, hamstring. He's still limping. Doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah, probably the calf muscles there because he's limping on one leg, but he's certainly not showing any sort of discomfort while looking to bend down. However, denying physio attention, so probably not as bad as it may sound.
It does look serious at the moment. Putting in the stretch. Probably it could be the quad. He's stretching that quad muscle. It's been a long tournament to start off the season. Dancing down the track and respecting Amir Kaleem and his age.
And good you pointed that out. It's been a long tournament, but it's been a good tournament. The players have been going through some good drilling performances, looking to get back at each other as far as this domestic structure is concerned. Good delivery.
And not just drilling, it's grinding as well because the wickets haven't been one of the easiest. You have to get yourself in. You can't take things for granted. Somebody like Jatinder Singh, he hasn't got going. And that's where I feel this tournament is the right thing that probably Oman wanted before walking into that Asia Cup, all-important Asia Cup. Drilled to long on. I'm still stuck with grinded.
Yeah, well, it's not only for the batters, it's also for the bowlers because the bowlers need to bowl the right lengths and areas. They need to bend their back a bit. Everyone's coming after a bit of a recreational vacation sort of a place or a frame of mind. Oh, big shot. This one's gone into that cow corner area. Some good handiwork, but they'll certainly look to see if it's only going to be a single or no.
Appreciation from Amir Kaleem immediately does realize that Sandeep Gaur is coming here with an intent. 4 runs from that Amir Kaleem over. 11 gone, 52 for 3. There is something about Majees Titan and their love for left-arm spinners. Last year they had, I believe, 4-5 of them. Zishan Maqsood, Ajay Lal Cheta, Amir Kaleem, and the young lad from Bangladesh. I'm not sure I'm able to get his name. He's still with Majees Titans. Probably played a game for them this season as well. This year, bringing in Wasim Ali, Amir Kaleem, Usman. So 4 left-arm spinners, genuine left-arm spinners, who are all-rounders mostly. Starts with the dot ball, Wasim Ali. Auditioning for a place in the Asia Cup is Wasim Ali. He's been impressive. I mean,
Yeah, and particularly with the bat. So it's just that bowling that he needs to step up.
guided through fine. The ball is racing towards the boundary and it's only going to be a couple because Abid is fairly quick.
Certainly seems to be struggling. Sandeep Gaur, even while completing that second run, have a look at that, goes for the sweep, runs that first one hard, but the moment he turns around, it's just a very, very struggling sort of a jog towards the striker's end. And once again, now you notice him limping and hopping around to complete that single.
He's a warrior. On a number of occasions, I've seen him struggling with that injury. And it's been around for a while, but every time you put him on one leg, you get the best out of Sandeep Gaur. Shorter and flick to find probably square leg for a single. And what this does is no more can both of these run those quick singles. It's a blessing in disguise, and the reason I say it is because they have to go for the big ones. Respects it back to Wasim.
Well, he's certainly very calculative in his approach at the moment, but what the Muscat Thunderers need is some explosive batting. They need someone to take the game away from the opposition. When you're batting first, you need to make a statement. You need to make a big sort of an innings, a big score, and send shivers down the spine of the team bowling at that moment. 12 overs gone, 57 for 3, Muscat Thunderers.
Amir Kaleem to continue from the Oman LNG, and every time I look at these Al Hajar mountains, the beautiful Al Hajar mountains, I wonder why are they two colored. Big shot, straight down the ground, never a fielder there, and it's going to travel the distance as well. This is good intentful batting from Sandeep Gaur.
Yeah, fighting warrior Sandeep Gaur. He's nearly half a player right now. He's only half a person right now, courtesy that injury. But then, once again, packing a punch. Have a look at that in the slot, realizing that this is a shot to be taken and a chance to be taken. Dispatching Amir Kaleem down the ground.
Missing his line at the moment. Amir Kaleem looking to stay away from the arc of Sandeep Gaur, realizing that he cannot stretch to the maximum because of the injury that he's struggling with. In certain amount of pain. Big shot once again. This time it's going to travel the distance once again. This is intentful batting from Sandeep Gaur. He's making things happen for Muscat Thunderers here.
Yeah, but he's bowling too short, Amir Kaleem, and allowing Sandeep Gaur to get under the ball far too frequently. Have a look at that once again, putting that front leg, or rather clearing that front leg and striking the ball down the ground from the middle of the bat. That's always a 6 on any ground here. Sandeep Gaur
needs to come a little straighter. Still sticks bowling wide of the crease. Although on this occasion it's only going to be a single courtesy of the length.
Just a little education here. When you know that the batter is not able to stretch, or he's got something to do with the leg, he's injured, or he's in some sort of discomfort, what sort of lengths do you bowl to such a batter?
We often talk about transfer of weight from the back foot to the front foot, and that's where it needs to be a lot more straighter. The pace needs to be reduced. The slower the pace, tougher for the batter to transfer the weight and come onto the front foot. At the moment, bowling wide of the crease, he doesn't have to move from his area, and that's where it's his comfort. Just like that. This is almost cakewalk for Sandeep Gaur and his experience. Third 6 of the over. Expensive over from Amir Kaleem, and still a ball to go because 21 runs already.
Well, Amir Kaleem might be crying foul away here, because have a look at that, keeping it away out of the arc, but still he plants his foot in the right manner and gets down on one knee, and this time he targets that deep mid-wicket area right on top of the rooftops of that pavilion on the Oman Cricket Academy building. So it's going to take a while before we get some new balls, please.
It's often said throwing the kitchen sink at it. Almost felt as if he threw the entire kitchen at it.
No, come on, that was a good shot. If the earlier 2 were slog hits, this one I think was absolute class. Backed himself and he hit it with some good authority and power. So a very, very handy little innings here from Sandeep Gaur. 25 of 12 so far. Amir Kaleem will have to do something inspirational, and he'll have to pluck a wicket or 2 from here onwards, so that the Majees Titans can get back in the game. 78 in the 12th over. That means they're certainly looking to go above 150 at any stage.
Now if you look at the 6s, you would notice that they were all diagonal backs. Not one with the straighter bat. And what that does is it cuts off the diagonal, sideways movement of the ball. Plays it to point for a single. He'll hold on to strike for the next over, but this is a good comeback from Muscat Thunderers. 79 for 3 at the end of 13. It's a 22-run over from Amir Kaleem. Jatinder, 15 of 18. Ashish Ozira, 3 of 8. Pranav Athavale, 16 of 21. Hashir, 16 of 19. The trend was being set except for Sandeep Gaur, 26 of 13, striking at 200. Breaking the trend for Muscat Thunderers. Everybody else, less than run a ball. Almost feels as if Sandeep Gaur is playing on a different surface altogether.
Yeah, much better here from Wasim Ali. Bowling a tad bit fuller to Sandeep Gaur. He knows that he's looking to slog the bowlers out of the park at the moment, because he probably has no other way to amass those runs apart from boundaries.
And what I really feel is that Sandeep Gaur is not going to be going after Wasim Ali, because he's bowling from the Oman tail end. He looked to target the bowlers from the Oman LNG end, and that's where Amir Kaleem needs to bowl the pacers from that end. It's very tactical. What a piece of fielding at covers. He's going to get an applause. Certainly saved a single, probably a double as well, because that ball was travelling. Could have gone to the boundary as well.
Yeah, certainly a boundary saved, if I'm not mistaken. There's no fielder once the ball clears the infield, and Vishwa was standing quite far inside the circle. That short position, at a catching position. Now the right-hander, Hashir Dafedar, he'll have to step up.
Flighted and guided to long on for a single. This is good from Hashar Dafidar and Majees Titans as well, pushing Sandeep Gaur to run hard. The last thing you want is for Sandeep Gaur to get a 50-odd hobbling around.
Yeah, we've seen instances in international cricket.
This is much better. Bringing Sandeep Gaur on the front foot. You need to read the tactics of Sandeep Gaur. You would certainly not see him playing a big shot from this end. This is very realistic. This is very mature from Sandeep Gaur. Despite the flight that Wasim Ali is bringing in, despite the height, despite the loop, very, very smart Sandeep Gaur. Just 3 runs from that over of Wasim Ali, 14 gone, 82 for 3. Tyndale comes into the attack. It's a forced entry because Sandeep Gaur has created such circumstances that they couldn't hold Hemel Tyndale back for the final 4.
Yeah, well, he's got a couple of overs up his sleeve, so probably one should be coming in those death overs, perhaps that penultimate over, and quite the right time to now be introduced into the attack because Sandeep Gaur is onto something special. So to probably break the momentum that Sandeep Gaur is in. They're already seeing him limping around, so probably a pace bowler will break that monotonous range of attack towards the right-handers.
Now Tyndale can't come straight. This is a good line. This is a much better line. He has 3 fielders in the deep on the offside. And that's where he wants to keep the ball probably a little wider of the off stump.
What I'd like is for them to fine-tune that big gap between long off and that one at covers, the fielder riding at the boundary, an inside-out shot or even a freak hoik over that infield, and that's a certain boundary.
In the air, and this is a good shot. This is going to go down to the boundary as well. Very predictable Hemel Tyndale on this occasion.
Yeah, not adjusting his length this time around, and no movement whatsoever from Hemel Tyndale on this delivery. Otherwise has been very fast, very quick and accurate. He'll get a boundary on one of the rare balls that he has earned in line and length.
And what is making this even more mediocre is that he's bowling against a person who is not completely fit, and that's where he's making the same mistake that Amir Khalil made, bowling wide of the crease. Yes, I understand the short boundary, but you need to target the stumps. This is a wicket which is favouring the bowlers. So all the hard work is being washed away by being predictable.
Yes, 87 for 3 now, nearing that 15 over mark. After that, you really want your team, or the batting team would really want to see at least 10 runs and over. They should aspire to score anything in above 10 runs and over, and that would only mean that they end up somewhere around that 140, 150 mark. We've seen the match in the afternoon, the morning afternoon match, and that was more than enough for the bowlers to defend.
What a shot. Straight to the hands of the fielder though. Usman will hold on to that. It was a smart piece of thinking from Sandeep Gaur to slog it across, just not getting the right kind of bat behind it, and as a result, he's going to be walking back to the dugout after a very impressive innings.
Yeah, it's going to be a laborious walk back into the dugout, but I think he's done a good job here till the time he was out there in the middle, scoring some quick fire runs, and that's always going to help your team. Have a look at that, trying to hit this one in orbit. Usman Ali under pressure and under the sun, keeping his composure and grabbing that catch. Hemal Tandil strikes as Muscat Thunderers get their fourth wicket down, 87 for 4.
Hamilton Dale gets the job done for which he was brought into the attack. Gets that big wicket of Sandeep Gaur, who's looking very dangerous and very lethal. In comes Anurag. Now, most of the players that are recruited by Muscat Thunderers, they are very good at the longer format. Anurag Singh being one of them, very traditional.
Have a look at that wicket once again of Sandeep Gaur. Looked for the slog once again in the hand. So this is some good camera work as well. Some different angles that we see this cricket action. I totally agree. Very much suited for that long form. Oh, he's driven well. In between the gap, they look for that second and get it too.
Could be interesting. Could be very interesting. They're celebrating. Jihan is very confident. Not really sure if the other teammates are as confident as him, but that was quick glove work.
Yeah, Jihan Cloet and the fielder both collaborating to get a possible run out, and all of a sudden the Majees Titans are inching or clawing back into the game. It's going to be touch and go. Oh, I think he's a goner. I think he's a goner. They'll want to have another angle at this as well.
I feel otherwise. I think he's just probably made it in. Should have put in the dive.
He's collected the ball now, moving towards the stumps. And there you go, you see the stumps disturbed. He's shot.
You're absolutely right. It's a goner. This is poor work from Anurag, the youngster, having a brain fade movement, and that's the confirmation. The red light is on. Anurag Singh, his import from India has not been in favor of Muscat Thunderers, and he's looked very, very mediocre.
Siddharth Mukherjee joining Harshad Dafedar now out there in the centre. It's been a flurry of wickets for the Muscat Thunderers somewhere down the line. And probably that inspiring knock from Sandeep Gaur not being translated to a few runs from the other batters lower down the order. 5 wickets down already. Harshad Dafedar is still out there, and one might say he's the last recognised batter, because after that there's Samay Srivastav, Munis Ansari. You got Pathak as well.
Last evening, Pathak looked confident. Just not able to translate it in runs. 15 overs done, 88 for the loss of 5. Muscat Thunderers in all sorts of trouble.
Only positive so far has been the knock from Sandeep Gaur. Played out of his skins, batted beautifully, got those runs. Half of the side back in the hat Usman to bowl his final over.
Well, there's a problem with the Muscat Thunderers batters. Just leaving apart Jatinder and Ashish Odetra, none of the top order middle runners doing anything, except for the today's game which Sandeep Gaur has played. That was a fantastic knock he has done. If you leave a fight 20 overs, nothing is there.
Running hard, but they won't take a chance against Wasim Ali.
Things doesn't look good from here on for the Muscat Thunderers. Scoring about, say, another 20-30 runs. Unless somebody came, uses long handle, gets them a score 200, 140, around 145. That will be a good total for them to defend.
Trying to use the feet. They need to make a whole lot of changes. If you talk about Thunder squad, you need a couple of match winners. They're just not coming to the party. So some tough decisions needs to be taken by the management.
Well, I don't think so. They don't have any good backup at this stage of the game where they can replace their players. Or those who are already there with a lot of experience behind them. They should come up. But the boat is almost gone out of their hands at the moment.
Running hard, but no chance. He's charging in Wasim Ali, who has been busy in that region. There's a young boy, left-handed batter. I just completely forgot his name. If Pranav can help us out, Jay plays for Thunderers. I have seen that boy, the 50-over format. He's a part of Muscat Thunderers.
Played it out towards the sweeper cover for the single. End of over number 16, 92 for 5 Muscat Thunderers.
Sixteen overs, 92 for the loss of 5. Every recruit this season for Majees Titans, they turned out to be match winners. Hemal Tandale never came in that spotlight, but he bowled extremely well, providing those early breakthroughs with the new ball. Running hard, putting that extra effort, using those shoulders and back, hitting the deck hard has been the key for Hemal Tandale. And when we talk about Muscat Thunderers, 3 youngsters, Jeet Shah, Mustaqim and Soumya Sampat. At least now it's time to give a chance to the youngsters.
Much depend, Mudassir, on this match for the Muscat Thunderers. If they come up good in this match, their possibility they might come back again into the fray. Otherwise, if they lose this match, I think there's no chance for them to come back again. Unless something extraordinary happens in the top order, top 4 teams.
Cut nicely, but fielding has been superb. The ground fielding, the catching, excellent. This boy, what a tournament he's having. Wasim Ali, number 17.
Being a national team player, Mudassir, I always told my time that Baba, you are national team players. You will have to show the class that why you are in the national team.
He have all the qualities to play that top level cricket. Lofted, thick outside edge. No chance for a boundary. And also what I like is it's not only about your batting or bowling. Fielding is one department, especially in the modern day cricket. You need to be a good fielder. Even if you're a good bowler or a batter, nowadays teams make sure that you are also a good fielder because every run matters.
Well, cricket is becoming so fast, so technical, and so physically ask the players to be 100% physically fit in all three departments, either you bowl, bat, or field.
In the 80s and 90s, India used to have Mohammad Azharuddin, a terrific fielder.
Mohammad Kaif,
Mohammad Kafi came after 2000.
but I'm talking about the fielders.
I was about to ask you, do you remember any player from the era of 80s or 90s of Pakistan who was a gun fielder?
Well, Javed, one of the best fielder during that time, apart from one more fielder, I forgot the name of that one. He played a lot of cricket for Pakistan.
Ejaz Ahmed?
Ajaz Ahmed, left-hander, spot on, yes.
He was a wall at point. Left-handed throws, bullet throws. Used to bat right-handed with those holding like a axe kind of a style of batting.
Almost slanting bat he
Oh.
used to have. And from there he used to. I remember the innings he played against India in Lahore. If you remember, he got the century.
130 odd runs.
Yes.
Clean hitting. True match winner. What an era, Jamil bhai. 80s, 90s. And we are lucky enough to be in that era as well as we are watching the era where we have seen the great Virat Kohli
Oh,
and the likes of MS Dhoni.
absolutely.
These are the legends of the game.
Absolute legends, absolute legends. And then Rohit Sharma as well.
This new team of India, under Shubman Gill, the way they came back in the test match, the quality. So a single will have this conversation in the next over as well. 97 for the loss of 5, 17 gone. $97 for the loss of 5. Sandeep got back in the hut. So is Singh, Anurag Singh, Siddharth Bokapatnam and Hashir Dafidar. How many more they can add in the last 3? Is the return of Abid. 2 overs 10, a wicket to his name. Left arm quick from Oman Talent. Just a single.
Well, if they like to have some reasonable total on the board, they have to come up with some mighty maximums, at least couple of boundaries to make the match interesting. But in this part of addition, 116 is the most ideal score, and it has not been chased down yesterday.
I think 17 legal derbies try to get at least 30 runs. 128, 130 is a good total, keeping in mind the way the previous games on this track, the results which we have seen. Not getting the support from Gihan. So talking about the fielders, until 1992 it was Mohammad Azharuddin who dominated by taking some breathtaking catches at short covers, point and slip. But once jaunty roads arrived at the international level, everything changed. The importance of fielding came into play. That is where the youngsters, they want to dive, they want to put that extra effort. Still, we talk about Jonty Rhodes' dismissal of Inzamamul 1992 World Cup.
Spot on. What a fielder he was, a legend.
Jamilu, fielding is a department you need to enjoy, I believe. You need to enjoy throwing yourself on the lush green outfield. That is how you make a name for yourself. It's not that you practice high catches. Okay, I do understand, but you need to have those reflexes.
After Jonty Rhodes, I think everybody was following it, and I'm sure their standard of fielding was improved. Everybody, every young chap coming up, seeing Jonty Rhodes, he's trying to do the same thing.
Another single. But we haven't seen a fielder like Jonty Rhodes. Yes, A.B. de Villiers, Brendan McCullum. We have seen they were outstanding fielders, but the way he used to stop, and in no time he used to recover and he used to had that shy at the stumps.
Reflexes was absolutely elastic in his body, looks like that. He can mold himself anytime.
Absolutely. Another singles won't hurt much. Oh, showing some soccer skills there, Vishwa. And he's the only player who got a player of the match because of his fielding. Took some 7 catches in one of the games in domestic games in South Africa, and that still is a record.
I'll give you one more record. One of the Pakistani players, he was inducted into the Pakistan national team as a 12th man as a fielder. His name was Shahid Parvez. He used to play for my club. He used to play for United Bank. Almost similar qualities.
Sharp Yorker, 5 runs from that over. 18, 102 for the loss of 5. Final 2 overs. It looks like it will be Shafiq Jan and Abid will be bowling the 19th and 20th over. Jan comes in. Talking about fielding and the fielders, you're a part of Oman national setup for a long time. Any fielder who comes to your mind who made the difference on the field by taking some great catches or stopping those boundaries?
To my era, if you talk about, when Hemant Desai was there, absolute
Hit, and what a connection. Much needed maximum. Hashir Dafedar taking Shafiq Jan out of the park. A glorious strike.
couple of maxims like this would definitely bring them a total which they can fight on.
Standing tall, Hashir Dafedar. A timely maximum. They need plenty of those. At least get 3-4 more. 128 or 132 will give something for the bowlers to defend on this track. Dafedar moves to 29. Shafiq Jan will be looking to make a comeback. Can we see a change of pace? In the block hole, beautifully managed, but look at that field setup. He's a bit wide, the third man. That is the reason, just a single. And talking about Hemant Desai, we call him Hemanda. Now, currently he's settled in Dubai. And we played few matches together. Still he bowls. Still he bats. He has that elegance in his batting. But fielding, yes. Outstanding fielder.
And top of it, super gentleman. down to earth guy.
So maximum, then couple of singles. So far, a decent over. Oh, direct hit and ball just deviating after hitting the stumps. So another run will be added to the total.
Well, each run will be very, very important for Thunderers to come back again.
Nelson on board. Small recovery phase. 8 more legal deliveries. How many more they can add? Putnam providing that support to Dafedar. Clever, beautifully managed, great execution by Siddharth Pukapatnam.
Right time, right approach, snatching runs for his team. Look at that one. He knows, just going towards the offer stump, open the face of the bat and scoop over the fine leg. Much needed runs.
Jamil, this shot looks so easy, but you need to be very brave to play these kinds of shots, because slight error, the ball might hit on your helmet, on your face. You need to be in control while playing those kind of shots. One more time, the result remains the same. Siddharth Pukapatnam, you beauty, back-to-back boundaries.
Well, this is the right time, and what a time to come back at the later stage of the game. 2 successive boundaries, both of them scooped over to the fine leg. Brilliant batting by Siddharth.
So runs in the previous over. We are going into the final over. Muscat Thunderers 120 for the loss of 5. Some impetus late in the innings by Siddharth Pukapatnam and Hashir Dafedar. This is the second most expensive over of this innings, apart from that Amir Kalim going for plenty of runs. Abid runs in to bowl that final over. Hashir Dafedar on strike. Hashir matching his partner's feet, what he did in the previous over. And bettering Siddharth Pukapatnam. Hashir connects well and he finds a maximum behind the square.
What invaluable runs these two are adding to their to look at that beautifully. How much confident he was, just going outside the office stump. It was a full toss, just from the middle of the bat over to the square leg for the maximum. Beautiful shot.
He was in control playing that shot. The best part was he did not try to go fine. Instead of that, he went square. A valuable runs. 24 runs in the last 7 deliveries. We were talking about that 128, 132. They need a few more maximums to go beyond that. 140 will be in sight for Hashir Dafedar and for Siddharth Pukapatnam. Change of pace. Well disguised, cunning slower delivery from Abid.
Well, at least a bit decent total now. If you work hard and the way like this Invincibles did yesterday, your bowling and your fielding will be on spot, you can come up with this match.
The Muscat Thunderers will be thinking when they look back at this innings. 2 big overs. They got 21 in Amer and 18. Apart from that, they played too many dot deliveries. Otherwise, they could have easily be posting a total around 145, 150. Now it became a trend in the last couple of overs to find the runs behind the square. Superb timing and placement. Nicely executed by Hashir Dafedar.
I'll tell you one thing, these are the bonus runs for Muscat Thunderers, I'll tell you. The last 2 overs, almost 20 runs so far has been scored. 2 boundaries and 2 maximums. And I'm sure with this, Muscat Thunderers will bounce back, again supported by fielders and the bowlers.
18 in the previous, 10 now, 9 deliveries, got 28. And suddenly he moves to 40.
Very good knock from him. Hashir this time is playing responsible.
There's change in the field. Now final leg has been stationed. So there is a short square leg, third man point and covers inside 30-yard circle. Some pace towards the top stick.
How quickly this game changes one end to another. Couple of hours back we were talking about 120, 125. In the span of 6 and 7 deliveries, it's moved on to 130.
Good comeback. What a partnership for the 6th wicket between Siddharth Bukkapatnam and Hashir Dafedar. It was Siddharth Bukkapatnam's brilliance with the bat in the previous over, which got back-to-back boundaries. Now Dafedar, can he find one more boundary here? He goes straight. He goes downtown. And a maximum clean and superb hitting from Hashir Dafedar.
Thrilling batting came at the right time when the things were looking not good for Muscat Thunderers. Siddharth Bukkapatnam and Hashir Dafedar come up to rescue their teams to a very, very decent total.
34 runs. The last 11 deliveries bowled by Majees Titans. A calculative knock. The right time getting those runs. It's a must-win game for Muscat Thunderers, and the number 11, one hit away from a brilliant 50. In the block hole, this has been the over where we have seen 6.4.6 to finish the innings. 20 overs, Thunderers managing 136 for the loss of 5. A gritty knock from Hashir Dafedar and a brilliant cameo from Siddharth Bukkapatnam, taking Thunderers to a respectable total, and Abid going for 16 runs in his final over and spoiling his figures is Hashir Dafedar. 4 overs, Abid, a wicket to his name, gave away 31 runs.
A very decent total on board for Muscat Thunderers. And if they work hard, I'm sure this could be another good match will be in place. Thanks to Hashir Dafedar and Siddharth Bukkapatnam who took the score to that level of 136. They batted well, but not the way as used to be after losing Jatinder. Jatinder out for 15. Nothing notable about that. Ashish got for 3 and Pranav Athawale 16. Hashir Dafedar remains not out, 46 of 39. Great cameo came in the last stages of the game. Sandeep got a hurricane 32 of just 19 deliveries, and Siddharth Bukkapatnam 14 deliveries, 19 runs. Took the score to 136 in 20 overs with 4 extras.
They'll be happy unit because the middle order, they were not able to contribute much in this tournament, but at the right time getting those runs. Hemal Tandel yet again exceptional with the ball. 17 runs given away, 14 dot deliveries, a wicket to his name. Abid, he bowled quite exceptionally well until that final over which went for 16. Usman Ali Afridi, 4 overs and 19 runs, a wicket also for Usman. Shafiq Jan went for plenty of runs, and overall they played more than 45 dot deliveries. That's a crime, that too in a shorter format. Disciplined piece of bowling we have witnessed, but gone for plenty of runs in the last 2 overs, which gave Muscat Thunderers a chance.
Definitely, yes. I think they should come now with all the guns blazing.
Let's see the highlights of the first innings. They were asked to post a total. They did not had a good start. A cheeky boundary for Jatin. Then Ashish Odeda trying to clear the infield. Glorious drive. Jatinder looked in control until this happened, trying to force a shot against Usman. Then the trouble started. Pranav came in. He played quite a few good knock good shots, in fact, getting boundary and a maximum. Hashir Dafedar, who looks in complete control, took his own time, and this was needless. Played straight into the hands of Vishwa, and they went for that run. And then came Sandeep God. What a knock! They needed some positive kind of a batting out there in the middle, and he provided those maximum as at force at will. Then trying to repeat the feat, he finds the man, Usman Ali, and another run out. What a throw coming from the deep, straight into the hands of wicketkeeper. And look at that wicketkeeper, Gihan. Basics were right. In a flash, dislodging those stumps. And then Siddharth Bukapatnam and Hashir Dafedar getting plenty of runs, 34 runs in the final over to take the team beyond 130. So great recovery by Muscat Thunderers. So we'll dive into a short break once we are back. Amir Kaleem's Majees Titans, they'll be looking for that 135 to get 2 more points in their kitty.
He has timed that one well. Passes the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is. ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is.
What a recovery by Muscat Thunderers, in fact, getting those crucial 34 runs in the last 2 overs to post 136 for the loss of 5. Though Jatinder Singh was back in the hurt, so was Ashish Odedra early in the power play. Pranav Watavale looked promising before the mix-up went for the tight single and he was run out. Hashir Dafedar remained unbeaten 46. But for me, it was Sandeep Gaur who came out with the positive intent and played beautifully to get those quick 30-19, and Siddharth Pukapatnam adding crucial 19. 4 extras given away by the bowling unit. Just the right time to welcome my fellow commentator Pranav Mehta in the combox. What a recovery by Thunderers, but the bowling has been exceptionally well for the fast bowlers of Majees Titans.
Yes, they kept it tight for majority part of the first innings. If you look at the economy, 3 bowlers with an economy below 6 and 2 bowlers just around 6. They did do justice. 1 wicket apiece for Usman, Abid and Hemal, but they didn't pick up wickets early, and that's where Muscat Thunderers did have an opportunity to capitalize towards the end. And what a knock that was from Hashir Dafedar, not amongst the runs and firing at the right time. But it all started with Sandeep Gaur and the brilliance of Sandeep Gaur. What a player. Fighting an injury, limping on one leg, and still hammering those sixes at will.
Batted like a wounded warrior. The boy from Telangana, a Telugu Bidda as we call. A gritty knock. And these are the knocks which will lift the morale and the energy level in your camp. It's so easy to say sometimes, but under tough conditions, Dafedar batted beautifully, spent his time, remained unbeaten. Now it's up to the bowlers to keep the hopes alive in this tournament for Thunderers, wherein it's Majees Titans. What a tournament they are having. They're top of the table, 4 wins, playing 5 games. Thanks to the captain Amir Kaleem. He's having an excellent tournament as a leader. Yet to come to the party when it comes to the batting. Yes, we have seen quick 20s and 30s from Amir Kaleem, but we're just waiting for that one big knock. Last time these two sides met the same venue in the first leg, it was Thunderers who chased down 173 in style, but 10 wickets in hand, thanks to Jatinder Singh, a superb 100. But now it's in a reversal role. Majees Titans, they'll be chasing the total here, looking for 137 to win this game. It's Munis Ansari, the experienced Ansari, runs in way outside the off stick, runs on board straight away, the shape of extras.
Really feel that this is a game in favor of Muscat Thunderers, especially with the momentum. We so often talk about this word momentum, and that plays such a big role in the game of cricket. And momentum is in favor of Muscat Thunderers at the moment.
Finish, the way they finished the first innings, clearly the tide in favor of Thunderers. But Titans are a quality side. They play as a unit, complementing each other. Especially their batting has been superb. The last ball finish against Yalla Shabab, the blade of which was the only loss Yalla Shabab had in this tournament, that was against Majees Titans.
You might be the side of the tournament, but then there are teams against whom you struggle to win. There's always a thorn in the crown, and I feel Muscat Thunderers is the thorn in the crown of Majees Titans. Inside edge. it's only going to be a dot ball. It's an interesting pair, Amr Kaleem and Abhinav. Two different kind of players, left and right.
I still remember my first interview here with Amir Kaleem. Straight away asked him, "Are you thinking to hang up your boots?" Straight away he said, "No, I'm thinking to make a comeback into the national side." At that time he just came back after operating his both knees. What a character, Pranav.
And that's what defines Amr Kaleem as a person, as a personality. He's a different kind of a human. And the way he's maintained himself, it's like a diesel engine. He's just started. You know, a diesel engine takes time to heat up. And that's the career definition of Amr Kaleem.
So much learning for us from all these players, that you need to have belief. Whatever you do, in wherever you are, in which profession you are, what you need to do is you need to have that belief to grow, to achieve your goals. And clearly, whenever I come to Oman, that positive vibes I always get here, and that keeps me driving.
Fitness has been a transformation of the cricket university. Talk about players like Shoaib Malik, Mohammad Hafiz. Talk about Virat Kohli in the current generation. Talk about Amir Kaleem. Driven well. Finds the gap, and what fielding. Just when I said found the gap, Ashish Odedra with a full stretch dive is able to stop that one.
Excellent. Every run matters. Full and dive, saving runs. What a view from commentary box, where we can have a view of turf 1 as well as turf 2. It's a weekend here. And the players coming in for evening practice sessions. Driven nicely. Poor effort by the fielder. Should have been a dot delivery, but they have got 4 runs. And who is the culprit? It's Anurag Singh.
One of the weakest links in the field for Muscat Thunderers. On one side, there is a senior putting in a full stretch dive to stop a boundary. On the other hand, another fielder, the youngest of the lot, lets one go under his arm. Look at that. It can't get worse than this. Terrible, criminal effort in the field.
Players wait for ages to make their debut and to be a part of great teams, champions team. And when he got an opportunity, he's not grabbing that opportunity with both the hands. Munis Ansari, furious. Should have been 3 runs over, but with that boundary, 1 done, 7 for none. Ritvik.
What a delivery. What a delivery to start off.
Very impressive in the first game, wicketless. But what a start. Sharply coming into the left-hand batter. No answer for Amir Kaleem. Tall, right-arm fast bowler.
To cut somebody like Amir Kaleem in 2 halves, it has to be some quality.
I like those wristbands. Oh, look at that. Smooth. Gliding like a sprinter towards those stumps.
And what makes Ritwik special is yesterday I was standing on the rooftop and I was watching the game between our stint, and one of the players from the stands shouted to Ritwik something, I'm not sure what, and Ritwik just looked at him and said, I am here and I'm here to dominate. There were no words, but that was my translation of the action. And that's what gave me yes, he didn't perform. That's gone straight up. And it's going to be handsome for Amir Kaleem. Luck favors the brave. And as many as 6 runs on this occasion.
Some serious pace. The right arm fast bowler. He's happy. Though it went for maximum. Yes. Why not? Because Amir Kaleem was not in control. Going for that pull. Top edge and flies over the wicket keeper. Over that boundary rope. For the first maximum. Hitting the deck hard. Number 56. And also at the same time, you should not be afraid of the failures. You just need to practice, practice, practice. Keep on working hard. What a comeback. A mini battle out there in the middle. That experienced Amir Kaleem trying to dominate Ritwik. But smart piece of bowling, keeping it away from Amir Kaleem. And we talk about the failures. Especially we need to learn from Muzahir as well. Did not had a good tournament. We talked a lot about that youngster. But what a spell last night.
Absolutely incredible. The young sensation. Quick single. Much better effort from Anurag on this occasion. Putting in a dive, full stretch one. But I'm still not satisfied with Muzahir. It's early days for him. And why I say I'm still not satisfied is because one performance cannot define a person or a player. That was a performance on a wicket which was assisting the bowlers. I want him to do something really special. He's up in the ranks of the national side, and that's where I want to see more consistent efforts on wickets which are not supporting him. What a delivery to wind that over up. 7 runs from that over of Ritwik. 14 for no loss at the end of 2. The old war horse. Short, pulled. This is a poor delivery from Monis Ansari. Rare one. And it's going to be punished.
Little man taking Munis Ansari towards that fine leg to start the over with the boundary. Amir Kaleem showing his class there. Rolling his wrist and goes over the fielder inside the 30-yard circle. It's a good start yet again for Titans. Abhinav and Amir Kaleem. Left hand, right hand combination.
In the air. Once again, in the gap, this ball is travelling and travelling well, but it's only going to be a couple of them. Didn't go completely after the ball, just looked to get the gap, and it was in the air, but a safe shot in my opinion.
The way he's running between the wickets, who can say that he had knee operation? Look at that sprint between the wickets.
Who can say he's 45 years of age? He's running like a 35-year-old. I'm sure that many youngsters would envy, look at Amir Khalil and envy on their fitness. One of them is going to be Anurag when he looks at himself in the TV. Later in the evening, his efforts are very lethargic, and then when you see somebody like Amir Khalil, not easy being a professional. And look at that, Jatinder Singh talking about people, the captain leading the troop from the front.
Excellent. Great work by Jatinder Singh. 3 experienced players. One is the bowler, the batter, now the Jatinder Singh. Putting that extra effort to save few runs for his side.
And it's one of those rare occasions where that Monis Ansari is bowling with a long on. Big shot in the deep. Fielder is just going to be a little wide of it. It's going to be runs, probably as many as 4 runs in my understanding.
It's a maximum, I believe, because I can see Anurag Singh signaling on the boundary line. Oh, what a hit. He hit very strong towards that square, and behind the square, Amir Khalil uses his wrist at his will. With ease, going down on one knee and clears that boundary towards square leg region. Masterclass. "12 so far in 4 deliveries. The field remains the same. No change in the field.
Monis Ansari, slower delivery. And it's guided to deep square leg for a single. Just when we said that this tide is in favor of Muscat Thunderers, look at that performance of Amir Khalil. 21 of 13 deliveries. All of a sudden, Majees Titans is controlling this ship.
And it's the captain who's anchoring this innings. Almost going above 9 runs per over. One more delivery left. This over of Majees Ansari gone for 13. Now with right hand batter, there's a deep third and deep square leg.
Looking to manufacture a shot. It's only going to be a dot ball. It's a game of vintage performers here at the Oman Cricket Academy. 3 overs done, 27 for no loss, Majees Titans. Three overs, 27. Ritwik will continue the attack from the Oman tail end. They need a wicket inside edge. Look at that fielding from Muscat Thunderers. Ashish Odedra at short fine. And that's where Anurag, amongst the ranks of tigers in the field, would want to correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mudipa. Whatever little we have seen of Anurag, it's been mediocre.
As a bowler, he did justice, but not as a fielder.
Oh, a little bit of a add-on mishap. This time from the wicketkeeper Athavle. Have you got his name right? Athavle, the first name.
Pranav Athavale.
Some names, when translated in other languages, get a different meaning, just like how it is for Pepsi and Panasonic in the Arabian region. It becomes Pepsi and Panasonic. Big shot over the top. Oh, he's held on to that one, Siddharth Mukapatnam. Wonder what has happened in the middle. I've lost track completely. Is it a no ball? He is disappointed. Look at his expressions. Cannot believe it. It was a blinder of a catch. He's been cheated, Siddharth Mukapatnam. And he's been cheated by Ritvik Pathak here.
Not sure whether it's for a line overstepping or whether there were 3 fielders outside 30-yard circle, but what an effort. Free hit delivery is a dot delivery, but what an effort from Siddharth Mukapatnam. It's not easy running backward, then adjusted himself following the ball.
Not really sure of the reason of the no ball, but look at that catch. Backpedaling. Never even thought Siddharth Mukapatnam was in the equation. And to keep the presence of mind to release the throw. Big shot on offer. You cannot be bowling onto the legs of Amr Kaleem. He's very strong on his legs, and this is half a dozen free runs.
Though he had a couple of knee operations, but he's very strong towards the leg side. Oh, look at that. Some Caribbean flavor. Standing on one knee and goes toward the square leg region, dictating the terms. Amir Kaleem moves to 27. What a start for Titans. 36 for no loss.
Only more that Pathak had to do is take a box of sweets to Amr Kaleem. In the air, in the gap. Look at the time of reaction for Ritvik. It's disappointing for Muscat Thunderers at the moment, but Amr Kaleem is shining and shining bright.
One towards that leg side, the other towards the offside. Not learning from the mistake is Ritvik. Finding those gaps at will is Amir Kaleem. Where are those cutters? You're just providing him that extra pace and width. Class.
Where is the bouncers? You want to bounce Amr Kaleem out as well. Come around the stumps, target him, show him the pace. Dancing down the track and pulling him. He's playing with the will of Pathak at the moment. 4 overs done, 41 for no loss. Majees Titans are controlling the affairs in the middle.
Bowler change coming right arm over.
Forty-one for no loss. AK show, and in comes Afrid Katie. Drilled down the ground for just a single. Attacking mode, where the youngsters, especially in this tournament, apart from Zohaib Amanat and Hassan al Wahab, the others, they just did not have that aggression. But look at the knock of Amir Kaleem. It's a big learning. This is how you get runs for yourself and for your team.
And that's where my expectations towards somebody like an Anurag, probably a Thavle, Pathak, the young guns coming in for Muscat Thunderers is very high. Cut well, over point. This is going to be a boundary. This is good attacking intent from Abhinav, who was watching the show, the Amar Khalif show from the other end.
They look ordinary. The fast bowlers of Muscat Thunderers, look at that, using the feet. And goes towards that offside region. Brilliantly managed, using those wrists, cut hard. And always made sure to play in the air, clears 30-yard circle with ease. Abhinav finds his first boundary.
Somebody needs to sit with these young Muscat Thunderers boys and show them the history of the side. Shuffling across, and it's a drop catch. This time Pathak, the criminal, not able to understand how can the youngsters let these ones go.
It was a tough chance, but yes, at this level, anything hitting your palm, you need to take those. Even the fingertips. Look at that. A timely jump. The only problem is he walked a couple of yards in from the 30-yard circle. That is the reason the ball traveled so quickly. He was not able to adjust himself there.
Presence of mind. It's all about presence of mind. Game awareness. Shot and pull. Look at the way the ball is traveling. Get a taxi to get the ball back, because this ball has traveled from the bat of Amar Khalif and it's half a dozen runs. He's making a mockery of Muscat Thunderers here.
Adventurous Kaleem. Mr. Amir Kaleem show here. Pulled. Oh, very strong. Showing his class. Time again and again. What a hit. And number 13, the captain of Majees Titans. Another maximum. And Afrit Katie and the other bowlers not learning in fact from their mistakes. 50 comes up for Titans. Change of variation is key. This is what needed. But the way he's getting runs, it reminds me of Mark Greatbatch of New Zealand. He was the first player to introduce the pinch hitting early in those days in the 90s. First 15 overs means get 25-30 runs, keep wickets in hand, and he changed the dynamics in the ODI in that 1992 World Cup.
I'm from an era of Jayasuriya and Kalu Vitharana, and I've seen them do it and do it to effectiveness. Much fuller and driven well. They look at that running of Amar Khalif. Record it and show it to a youngster who doesn't get his fitness right. 5 overs done, 54 without loss, and Majees Titans are making a mockery of Muscat Thunderers here.
Slightly this way. That's the leg. Batsman bowler coming at him around.
Almost a desperate move from Muscat Thunderers as they get Siddharth Mukapatnam in the mix of things. And talking about desperation, Mudassir Ali Qureshi takes a much needed desperate break as Amin Wagle comes to the middle. A very, very tired and sleepy Amin Wagle after that heavy biryani.
Who's actually looking very inspired and exciting is Amar Kaleem at the moment. Let's stick to cricket. 54 for no loss, and Majees Titans are absolutely bossing this run chase at the moment. They're striking at more than 10 runs and over. And things are looking very, very good, very favourable.
The way Amir Kaleem is batting, he's looking to finish this chase in 10 overs. Slog sweep over deep mid wicket, all the way for a maximum.
Finally, Amir Kaleem runs off the bat of Amir Kaleem, and all of a sudden this Majees Titans batting lineup seems to be daunting and haunting the Muscat Thunderers at the moment. 5.2 and 60 on board. Oh boy, Majees Titans, they've certainly arrived in this tournament with a point to prove. They've had lackluster campaigns previously in the Oman D series, and somewhere down the line you might be thinking that, yeah, Majees Titans are just hanging in there, but then this season it's been a renewed effort, a renewed commitment.
They need a wicket here. Muscat Thunderers, how can they pick one? They need that wicket of Amir Kaleem primarily to get in the mix of things.
I think it's too late, too little for the Muscat Thunderers at the moment. 60 for no loss, and from here onwards, you've got your entire batting lineup still yet to be exposed. They've got some power hitters in Wasim Ali, in Farisco Adams. Jihan Kolte also has scored some runs now.
Late cut, and it will be a single. We've seen some funny things happen in cricket, and you never know when it is the game of cricket. Can there be a comeback from Muscat Thunderers? Can the youngsters put up a show?
It just seems to be an uphill task for the Muscat Thunderers at the moment. I just took 3 names, and then after that there is the youngsters of Majees Titans then who will probably be in foray, and that's going to be Aryan Bisht, Vishwa Vijayaratne experience, and Shafiq Jan. How can you forget him from last night?
This is good batting, very good batting, and look at that running between the wickets from Amir Kaleem. This is incredible. Is he aging backwards? What is he taking? What's his diet? Need to break this one out. Amir Kaleem, you beauty.
At the moment he's just happy. And he's happy playing cricket for Majees Titans. He's happy representing Oman cricket. These are good runs.
He's aging like rice at the moment. Purana Chawal is the word that is used. 6 overs done. End of power play. 62 without loss. And Amir Kaleem is putting up a brilliant show here. Muscat Thunderers have ordered the magician to come to the middle. Can he make a difference here? He's won them difficult matches. He's won them impossible matches. Samay Srivastava has a huge role to play, because the pair of Abhinav and Amir have taken the game away from Muscat Thunderers at the moment. Cut well for a single. I mean, is there an opportunity? Is there a ray of hope at the end of the tunnel for Muscat Thunderers?
Well, if there is, it has to be in this over and in the next couple of overs, because after that, if they keep scoring at the same rate as they are, Amir Kaleem and Abhinav, even a few wickets in clusters or, a flurry of wickets for the Majees Titans, and they would still end up on the right side, they would still end up crossing that finish line. Bossing this power play phase, Majees Titans.
This could very well have gone on to the stumps. It could be a chop on, but it's the Amir Kaleem show. It's the Amir Kaleem day, and things are working in favor of Amir Kaleem.
He scored at a steady pace as well. Abhinav, on the other hand, very sedate, very calm and composed. He's happy rotating strike and letting Amir Kaleem take on the charge.
Inside out, this is very good. Abhinav getting in the mix of things. A well-controlled boundary over covers an area which is almost vacant.
Yeah, he certainly found that ball in the zone for him. Went far away from the stumps. Abhinav, just let's have a look at that once again. Yes, puts down one knee, plays that inside-out shot, knows that the fielder is inside the circle, so a well-hit shot will race away to the boundary. So good runs here for Abhinav.
Slog sweep. It was the googly. And it's going to be a single. No weapon of Muscat Thunderers working against Majees Titans. They've got that defense mechanism which is just not allowing Muscat Thunderers to penetrate.
Not only that, they're now reading Samay Srivastav like a book as well.
Much better. Much better from Samay Srivastava. Needs to produce something special because Amir Kaleem at 48 is looking for his milestone here and he wants to get there in style. Quick single. Very well ran. Amir Kaleem. 7 overs done, 70 without loss, and Majees Titans are just controlling the affairs.
Leg.
Siddharth Bukapatnam auditioning for the big spot in the Asia Cup team. Would be wanting what an innings. What an innings is this from Amir Kaleem. Gets to his milestone, removes his helmet, raises his bat. It's a match-winning knock. I know it said 60 runs way too early, pointing at his number. He's still in the middle. He's still very fit. And age is just a number for this champion. He might have fought those double injuries, those 2 surgeries on the knee. But he's still fit and he's still fighting and fighting hard. Don't keep him out of that squad to Asia Cup. You just never know. Amir Kaleem.
Fighting knock here and a very, very blitzy knock by Amir Kaleem at the right time, just when the team is peaking in performances, contributing to the cause of the team. And just when I did mention earlier multiple times that Majees Titans is a team where every single player, 11 players in that squad, and each of them have put up their hand and put in a spirited performance, a match-winning effort in every game. Someone or the other responds, and this evening belongs to Amir Kaleem. He's been awfully quiet with the bat and finally arrives.
Cut in the air and just across his milestone, Samay Srivastava, who was expected to deliver, delivers. Not with the ball, but holding on to a good catch at backward point.
Siddharth Bukapatnam with that matchup against the left-hander and looks to cut and looks to add a few more runs to his kitty. Amir Kaleem now perishes, but what an innings this has been. 33 ball 50. Have a look at that once again. Short wide and possibly the only shot that he could have thought of playing. Couldn't manage to keep it down and straight into the hands of Samay Srivastav. So finally a breakthrough and a much needed respite for Muscat Thunderers as Majees Titans lose their first. walking back into the dugout to applause. Amir Kaleem departs 72 for 1.
Siddharth Mukherjee, 2 runs and a wicket, that all-important wicket. In comes Jihan. And immediately looking for the paddle. This is going to be an interesting appeal.
Wait.
Is it bat? No suggestions whatsoever from the umpire. That means there was a little bit of a bat involved.
After mark, Jihan Kolte. Some runs expected of Jihan Kolte. He's gotten to multiple starts, multiple amount of times, but he hasn't looked his explosive best as of yet.
This is very good. Very good from the young Abhinav. Does realize that he's just lost his partner, and that's where it's his job to hold one end tight.
What this healthy scoring rate has done for the Majees Titans is now they are feeling quite comfortable chasing that total of 137. No alarming and rising required run rates to deal with.
Big shot, catching opportunity, not really, just falling behind Samay Srivastava. And look at that old warhorse, making sure that he keeps it down to just a couple. So 6 runs from the door of Siddharth Mukherjee, but most importantly that wicket of Amir Kaleem, which might just slowed the tide down a little bit. Majees Titans 76 for the loss of 1 at the end of 8. Behind the stumps, and Samay Srivastava was expecting the wicketkeeper to go after it. The ball will just crawl and crawl to the boundary. It's come off the bat, and this is good cricket.
Abhinav now taking charge here out there in the middle. That scoring rate after Amir Kaleem's dismissal had reduced. They just scored 6 runs of the previous over, so straight away on the very first ball, you see that sense of urgency and the sense of taking on that bowling, not allowing the Muscat Thunderer bowlers to settle in and have any sort of, feeling of achievement after that Amir Kaleem dismissal.
They really need a wicket, probably 2 or 3 of them in a hurry. Big shot. This ball is travelling and travelling well right on top of Oman Cricket Academy. Abhinav has got in the mix of things, probably for the very first time, showing his quality of aggression.
Yeah, good aggression here and good attacking cricket by Majees Titans as a unit. Both batters have come in and probably realized that Amir Kaleem has done a good job of getting them off to a start. But now Abhinav, who was playing just a runner ball sort of an innings, now taking charge, hitting those big shots, not afraid to back himself and score in multiples. Good result here for Majees Titans. 86 for 1 in 8.2. So well under control that required run rate. They will be very happy about that.
It'll take a little bit of time to recover the ball back. It went on top of the Oman Cricket Academy. And at the moment, they're just looking to get things right, in order, in the center. Jatinder Singh and his team completely out of sorts at the moment. Having a word with Samay Srivastava. He does feel that Samay Srivastava is bowling a little too full.
He'll have to adapt, Samay Srivastava. Needs to put on his A game. He needs to bowl the right areas, the right length, be a little brave-hearted, which he already is. He's known, he has a knack of picking up wickets at the most weird moments in that innings. Normally, the batting team are really wary whenever Samay Srivastava comes in to bowl.
And what's shocking is that a foreign recruit, but still the left-arm spinner has not been brought into the attack.
Couple of youngsters out there in the field now for Muscat Thunderers doing fielding. One has to be about Sandeep Gaud. Wonder who the next one is at point.
Cut. And this ball is going towards the boundary line, where Afreed Katie will keep it down to a single. It's a matter of time that the new recruits stand up to their potential and stand up tall. Because at the moment, just mediocrity is not helping the cause.
Did score a well-made half century, I believe, a couple of games ago. Jihan Kolte. And then once again in the previous game was very quiet.
Yeah, Bob.
Looks to slog sweep. Takes the outside edge. Only for a single.
What I mean by performance is that they need to be dominating the affairs on consistent intervals. You just can't have one performance and based on the back of one performance you stand into a tournament. You need consistency, and you need consistency regularly. And I'm not talking about Jihan as a person, or I'm talking about Jihan. I'm talking about Anubhav for Muscat Thunderers and a few others who are playing for different teams. Because you want the youngsters to be doing well. It's going to be a dot ball that winds that over from Samay Srivastava. He's been expensive too. 20 runs in his 2 overs. 9 overs done. 88 for 1. Siddharth Bukkapatnam continues. Guided to sweeper for a single. Very healthy run rate, 88 in 9 overs.
Yeah, it's only going to do wonders for Majees Titans, because when if you see the first leg, the way Majees Titans played, they were fighting for the wins. And now, when you see them starting the second leg on a positive note, from here onwards, I would assume that Majees Titans will make it to the finish line. And the way they have been absolutely on point with the scoring rate and completely in the game, looking to outbat, outbowl the opponent, which is Muscat Thunderers, one of the premier sides in the competition. It's just very interesting and very hearty to see how they're going to eventually end up at the top of the table.
To sweeper once again for a single. And this is working for Majees Titans at the moment. It doesn't matter how they get to the total. They just need to crawl there. because a win is of utmost importance. They're sitting healthy at the top of the table and they just need to keep winning.
These are warning bells to the other teams in that league table as far as the points are concerned.
Reverse sweep in the gap. Ashish will keep it down to a couple. And what this win against Muscat Thunderers does is that not only they get those 2 valuable points, but they deprive Muscat Thunderers of 2 points. And that means a difference of 4 points. That's how important it is to win against your competition. Once again, a single to sweeper. This is working in favor of Majees Titans here.
Have a look at that. It's been 5 deliveries, and this has in no means been a standard over in this innings if Majees Titans operating procedures can be concerned. It's 94 for 1, and they've still got 6 runs of this over. So even though they're striking at nearly, or scoring at a... Oh, he's bowled. He's done him over. Siddharth Bukapatnam pulling off a celebration.
What a delivery. What a delivery. Needed a moment of brilliance to get the back of Majees Titans batter. This time it is the back of Jihan. He hasn't really arrived here in Oman. He hasn't given the best. And today it is Siddharth Bukapatnam who castles him just outside his outside edge.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, good line, and certainly got some help off the deck as well. Turn and bounce. However, the accuracy with which he bowled was spot on and probably does Jihan Kolte over. Another very, very mediocre innings of Jihan Kolte coming to an end as we've come to the halfway mark. 94 for the loss of 2 wickets, Majees Titans, as the players take a breather.
Coming back from some break. No words for the man, Amir Kaleem. Skipper of Majees Titans. And what a start. Soon after the break, brilliantly played out towards the extra cover boundary. Joining me, Amin. What a spectacular knock being played by Amir Kaleem.
Exactly what Amir Kaleem does. Abhinav is going to continue. Have a look at this shot. It's a boundary and it's a well-deserved boundary. Moving away from the stumps and converting that into a ball that is in favor of Abhinav. A diving fielder not able to stop 4 runs for Abhinav. Now some innovation. Plays the scoop and more runs here for Majees Titans. They aren't going out of this game without stamping their authority on this game at the moment against Muscat Thunderers.
What a professional approach Majees Titans had done. Initially, it was Ahmed Kaleem who took apart all the bowlers from Muscat Thunderers. At that stage, Abhinav was going for singles and doubles, looking that Amir is doing what the team required. But as soon as Amir left, he is taking the cue from him. Absolutely brilliant knock from Abhinav. This time, played it out towards him down. What a professional approach. I mean, I'm really amazed to see that one. And I have no words to express my gratitude to this man, Amir Kaleem. I mean, he is a role model, I think, for the youngsters and even those who are playing in the other teams as well. His fitness, his running between the wicket, absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, certainly what you talk about is the commitment towards the game and commitment towards the team as well, no matter which team you play for, whether it's the national side, whether it's Majees Titans, certainly an inspirational figure. Ferresco, oh, this is a classy shot straight down the ground. It's only going to be a single for this, but certainly seems to be in absolute good touch. Now have a look at that Abhinav innings. Until Amir Kaleem was out there in the middle, he was 12 ball 12, and after that now he's 25 ball 44, and he's played an innings very similar to what Amir Kaleem has played. So there is somebody once again who's put up his hand and said that, okay, we've lost Amir Kaleem, let me take the onus and move ahead.
This time played it out straight to the fielder at cover point. I will share you with the story of Amir Kaleem after this over. Absolute commitment to the game. As soon as he was inducted into the national team, I'll tell you there are few players who were so committed in all departments. Physical training is number one. Catching number one. Throwing number one. Full toss from the bottom of the pad towards the deep mid-wicket boundary for the single. So end of over number 11. It is 105 for 2, Majees Titans. Hundred and five for 2. Very, very near to the total target, 137, with Abhinav spearheading the attack to the Muscat Thunderers. It is Anurag brought into the bowl. Nicely played out for the single. When he first time toured with the national team, we were in Kuwait. I was with the team at that time. He was having a problem with his dehydration. There was a very crucial match was going on between us and Kuwait. He was batting in number 46 not out. And he crumbled at the wicket because of his lax issue. He came back and we lost that match. But after that, he recovers himself. Of course, through the meditation and whatever, but the commitment from then on, I have never saw him backing down or crumbling down. Now he's a perfect, mashallah, at the stage of 43. Perfect looking young chap.
Oh, big shot. Just over cover. Clears the infield. Abhinav is looking in supreme touch at the moment. He's looking to dominate the bowlers. He has realized that Anurag has been introduced into the attack just to, keep things very quiet and provide some bit of a change up for the Muscat Thunderers.
Wall ball, great ball.
So far, so
Great
good in this
bowling,
over.
Anurag.
4 balls done, 108. Even in the next couple of deliveries, they managed to take 2 balls or 2 runs. They would still be well on track.
Catch it.
In the air for a fair bit amount of time, a diving Jatinder Singh will not be able to pluck onto that. You can see Amir Kaleem taking a stroll around the grounds.
Must be relaxing, seeing that he's been done his job as the skipper of the team. Almost clinching victory in the next couple of overs.
I really
What a
wish
play.
they do it in the next couple of overs. That would mean scoring literally 15 runs in the next couple of overs each.
Played it out towards the wide arm down for the single. Anurag Abhinav played superb knock. Technical knock, yes, playing that one. End of over number 12, 110 for 2 Majees Titans. What a professional approach from Majees Titans to go for target of 137 with only 2 wickets back into the dugout. Is the Freed Katie. And the rug opened the face of the bat, got for the singles.
Yeah, Abhinav just opening the face of the bat, guiding away for a single. He knows that he's very close to that milestone. And what he also knows that at the moment, Majees Titans will back themselves to reach that title more often than not. Just roughly around 26 runs more needed. And they've got plenty of time to do so. What I would like to see is Ferrisco now joining the party. He's played a blitzkrieg of an innings in one of the games earlier on. And he certainly wants to stay in the mix of things as we move ahead in the second leg of this Oman D20 powered by Fancode.
Correct. Yes, he is now giving a fiddle to Abhinav to get his half century done, and after that he might come up with his mighty hitting.
You mentioned playing second fiddle, and Abhinav was playing second fiddle to Amir Kaleem.
Absolutely.
But then after that, that acceleration that Abhinav provided was simply something to watch. It was quite a treat to watch, and he's scored that 49 of 31 balls, so probably playing much quicker than even Amir Kaleem, as a matter of fact. So it goes a long way, and this is a statement innings from Abhinav, telling the team management what he's made up of.
Down the leg, off the toes, played it out toward the square leg boundary. Got a single. I mean, I'll tell you one thing.
And with that single, it's also a statement half century. Raises his bat, Abhinav. What an innings this has been. Quick fire 50, and making sure Majees Titans are not erring or not making any mistake in reaching that target of 137. That did seem a little bit stiff against that mighty bowling powerhouse that Muscat Thunderers are.
Freed. This time he tried to smash it over the mid-wicket free score, but got a single. What I'm trying to tell you, if a quality batter, top order batter, number 1, number 2, number 3, if he has got the professionalism in his mind, read the situation well, So that is the quality Abhinav today shows that one. He knows that Amit Kalim is smashing the ball like anything. But of the, he was quiet at that time. But as soon as Amit Kalim left, he came back with all the guns favoring to him.
It's certainly a very calculative approach. Once you see in the power play, one of your batters are certainly just looking for runs and they're scoring freely. They seem to be in some sort of a groove in getting the runs for the team. You might want to just stay back and enjoy the show and also try and understand that most of the heavy lifting is being done by your partner. So let him do that, and then once your turn comes, step up to the plate and contribute in a very positive manner. Ultimately, the key word, positivity, and Majees Titans is overflowing with positivity at the moment.
5 runs, 5 balls. Down the leg side, he's trying to hit it out over the mid wicket. Finally, Afreed Katie stuck. And the most needed wicket of Frisco has been taken out. It's over number 13 gone. 105 for 115 for 3. I'm sorry, Majees Titans.
Yeah, have a look at that once again. Back of lane delivery and angling into the right-hander. Frisco Adams looking for that slog shot over onside. However, gets castled. Heading back into that dugout, Majees Titans have lost their third wicket for 115, 13 overs up.
Inching towards the target of 137, Majeed Titans. Comes down the wicket, just fell in short of Samar Srivastava. Got a single.
Yeah, desperately looking for more breakthroughs here. Muscat Thunderers, they might be wondering that a wicket or two more over here might just tilt the game in their favor very slightly. We've seen this happen in the past where a flurry of wickets and all of a sudden the team ends up losing all ends and losing control over that hold that they had on the game so far.
Just worked it out to mid wicket for the single. Wasim in. Talking about Adam Frisco. I mean, after the first match, he showed a little muscle power. After that, what I get from them, he is not at all very much comfortable onto the offside. He doesn't have that power.
Well done.
So once again, nicely played by Abhinav. Yes, anything comes down the leg side, he really hammered it over the mid wicket or square leg boundary or mid on as well.
Yeah, certainly has a strong leg side game as far as the offside is concerned. He doesn't look to keep it down, and any sort of deviation or seam movement proves to be very difficult. At the moment, Wasim Ali, a good power hitter and a very, very handy batter to have amongst your ranks for the Majees Titans. He's already made a statement innings in the very first game where backs against the wall, they were nearly 5 or 6 down. He, along with Vishwa and Usman Ali, all together, even youngster Aryan Bisht, who rallied around Wasim Ali, and Wasim Ali scored a statement 80 odd runs.
Coming down the wicket, Abhinav tried to smash it over the extra cover. Yeah, that innings, everybody remembers of Wasim Ali. Since then, he has not come up some good runs at his. This time, played it out, and it was nicely taken by the fielder and the young Jeet, I believe is.
Yeah, Jeet, a youngster. And what a catch he has taken. Calm, under pressure, and Look at that composure. He's walking on to get high fives and, all the accolades from his teammates. Have a look at that. Abhinav looking to score a few more sixes and a few more aggressive runs under his belt. Straight into the hands of the fielder at long on. What a well-composed and well-constructed innings by Abhinav. 53 of 37 deliveries. This is absolute gold for Majees Titans at the moment. 119 for 4 at over number 14 mark.
Hundred and 19 for 4, 14 overs gone. What a professional approach by Majees Titan to go that target of 137, spearheaded by their young captain Amir Kaleem. What a sparkling knock he has played at the start of the tournament, rather at the start of this match, 61, and laid the foundation for a big victory.
Now they are marching towards that victory. Still 18 needed. The last 6. Bulk of the runs coming from the blade of Amir Kaleem and Abhinav. Is Wasim on strike. A positive approach. Every batter who is coming in, they are making sure to play freely. And credit should be given to the owner of Majees Titans for making this unit. And look at that, the previous delivery, trying to launch Abhinav, but he finds the young G Shah keeping his balance near that boundary rope. And talking about Majees Titans, what a team we are witnessing. They had few bumpy roads, couple of seasons, but yet again now top gear. I like the recruitment. Not a proper backup and easy single taken.
Apart from Amir Kaleem, I have a lot of respect for Abhinav. When he saw that Amir Kaleem is smashing Muscat Thunderers bowlers, he kept his strength quiet, just going for the singles and doubles. And as soon as Amir Kaleem left, he took the cue from Amir Kaleem and started playing his superb shot, slogs, no slog, absolute cricketing shot. And well-deserved 50 also has done.
And that is how you complement each other. You need to have that understanding. When your partner is going great guns, all you need to do is provide him that support. Momentum is key, Jamil bhai. They got those runs, that momentum, early momentum, provided yet again by Amir Kaleem. Smashed towards that corner. Wasim Ali joins the party. The first maximum from the tall, talented all-rounder. And the score moves to 127, just 10 runs away from securing another thumping victory.
What a pick. Certainly shot from the middle of the bat over to the mid-wicket boundary for the maximum. Wasim Ali, a very, very talented player. Just frictions of a second, perfect timings.
Another one, this time towards Jatin. What a take. It's Jatinder Singh, the wall there. And not able to beat that wall. Wasim Ali traveling like a bullet. But superb catch taken by Singh.
Brilliant one. Friction of a second and picked the ball in his hand and throws it up. It was well struck by Wasim Ali. Get that one. But from the bottom of the bat. But Jatinder has great reflexes. So end of number 5 wicket back to the dugout. 127 for 5, Majees Titan.
There's a tight competition top of the table. Royal Oman Stallions, Majees Titans and Yalla Shabab fighting for the top two positions to make it into the final, and keeping that in mind, they're making sure they have that better net run rate compared to Oman Stallions as well as Shabab Giants. Planning is the key. Runs in that over, but they have got a wicket. Half of the side back in the hut. Aryan Bishtarai, Vishwa out there in the middle. 15 gone. Still 10 needed for Titans.
So Siddharth Pukapatnam into the attack. He already got 2 wickets in his favour. Played it out towards the long off for the single. Just 9 runs away by Majees Titan to win this match. Some spectators behind Alkesh Joshi, the treasurer of Oman Cricket. Just put it on for the whole single.
They have maintained complete control throughout this game, Majees Titans. What a team. I want someone to have a documentary here in Oman, cricketing heroes of Oman, and cover all these players, the management, the stars, the legends. Someone needs to come with a story for the cricket, the vision behind developing such a beautiful game. It needs to start from the
We
great
used to
Kim
have
Ji.
a souvenir at the end of the season every year that showcase all the legends, all those who have contributed that tournament, who was the highest scorer, batter, and whatever somebody has achieved.
With that single, now just 7 runs away. 130 for the loss of 516 gone. Sixteen overs, 130 for the loss of 5. What a chase. A well planned chase by Majees Titans. They lost their first game, the only game so far in this tournament, to Thunderers. Were not able to defend 172. Ball just keeping a bit low. And talking about the documentary, it needs to start the great family of Himjis, who did a lot here in cricket and cover all those legendary players, and will give an idea to the people around the world what exactly happened here in Oman, how this beautiful game came into existence here in the land of desert. Something like this is unimaginable.
Well, a couple of stories I've been told by late Shri Khimji Kanakbai, and also two stalwarts. One of them, Mr. Tariq Kaburi, he was the first vice president of the Oman Cricket Association at that time. There are ships coming from UK. It has to be berthed at the Caboose port. And they used to come and play cricket after this delivery. Smashed it over to the long on, slight misfield, and the ball crosses over the fence for 4. His Highness Sayyid Abbas bin Faisal, one of the royal family members, he used to be a cricketer. So they used to have friendly matches at the PDO ground where this oil refinery was there. So the cricket started from then on. Late Shri Kanak Bhai and other people used to be part of that one. So started from there, and Sayyid Abbas bin Faisal, His Highness, was the first battalion-in-chief of Oman cricket. I have that honor to meet him so many times. This time they smashed it once again over to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. And that is all from here. Majees Titans won the match by 5 wickets, beating Muscat Thunderers.
What a finish by young lad Aryan Bisht. Back-to-back boundaries using the wrist, and goes over the short mid-wicket field. A couple of bounces for 4 runs to seal the deal. It's 139 for the loss of 5. 2 important points in the kitty for Majees Titans, thanks to the captain Amir Kaleem for that blistering start provided by him. And in the middle order, it was Abhinav who contributed with the bat with a brilliant 50. And the job has been done by Aryan Bisht with back-to-back boundaries, and the shake hands between both the parties. Dejected are Muscat Thunderers. Not a way this tournament panned out the way they planned. The leading from the front is Jatinder Singh with limited resources. He's trying everything, but today the bowlers did not came to the party. They were not able to defend that 136 posted by Muscat Thunderers, but what a win, showing their authority yet again in this tournament. And this all thanks to Abhinav and Amir. 53 of 37, 50 of 33. Both the openers laid that foundation. There were trouble in the middle order. Gihan, Ferisco, Wasim Ali departed early, but it was just few runs needed once Amir and Abhinav were departed. 3 extras given away by the bowling unit.
And then about the bowling, I think there's much about to talk about. All the bowlers except Afridi Ketiko 2 for 35, Siddharth Bukapattam 2 for 23, and Anurag Singh 1 for 9. No other bowler can have some impact on the Majees Titans bowlers. 16.4 overs has been taken by Majees Titans to get the total of 137, 139 for 5 with 3 extras.
What a run chase we have witnessed. Some classy drives, elegant cover drives, few pull shots going over the wicket keeper. It was runs galore here at Oman Cricket Academy. As the sun was setting down, the hopes of Muscat Thunderers faded, thanks to Amir Kaleem's brilliance taking on the fast bowlers, showing his class time again and again, pulling at will and playing those shots, getting those maxims, and he was rightly supported by Abhinav. Another product who is making a wave here in Oman. And this was the end of Amir Kaleem. But the damage has already been done by Amir Kaleem, and Abhinav took the charge. Gihan came an early exit, clean ball by Siddharth Bukapatnam. When the lights were on, they got couple of few wickets, back-to-back wickets. Wasim Ali came in, got a maximum, then played straight into the hands of Jatinder Singh. This was the final casualty in this innings for the team Majees Titans. With few runs left, young Bisht arrived and he finishes the business in style, clinching a 5-wicket victory against Muscat Thunderers, to whom they lost in the first leg. So what a comeback by Titans in this tournament, and in the process they stay at the top of the table. And Muscat Thunderers batting first, they posted 136 after a jittery start. Hashir Dafedar came to the party, the likes of Sandeep Gaur and Siddharth Bukapatnam chipping in the middle order, and Hemal Tandale. What an comeback here in Oman for Tandale. 4 overs 17, very economical. So was Afridi, the left arm orthodox, and Abid Khan. Majees Titans came out with a plan to chase down the target of 137, and they went after the bowlers Abhinav Sharma, Amir Kaleem, both the batters getting a 50 to their name. Bisht remained unbeaten on 9. Bowlers tried their best. Few wickets for Siddharth Prasad Bukapatnam, couple of wickets for Afrid KT, and Anurag Singh also getting a wicket in his kitty. Majees Titans winning this game by 5 wickets, and they maintained their top spot in the points table. We'll dive into a short break. Once we are back, it will be a post-match presentation down the sidelines with Amin Wagle.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the bay. Yes, it is. He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is.
What a thrilling match we've had here. Majees Titans versus the Muscat Thunderers, and toss won by Majees Titans, and they put Muscat Thunderers in to bat, and they performed really well with the ball, ensuring that Muscat Thunderers didn't score much as 136 for 5 in their first innings. Hashir Anwar Dafedar, 46 runs and 35 balls. But then that run chase was what was special, starting off with the captain, Amir Kaleem, 50 runs in 33 balls with 2 fours and 5 maximums. But then what was even more special was a very spirited and calculated approach by Abhinav Sharma, 53 runs in 37 balls. He hit 6 boundaries and 1 maximum, earning him the man of the match for this game. I'll request him to come and collect the medallion from our match official, Mr. Babu. अभिनव, सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद, बहुत बढ़िया पारी खेली है आपने। और पहले बताएं कि आमिर कलीम के साथ, कप्तान के साथ वहाँ ओपन करने के वक्त आपका क्या ख्याल था? वहाँ पर आप किस टाइप का इनिंग्स खेलना चाह रहे थे?
वही आमिर भाई यही कह रहे थे कि अपनी इनिंग को लेके चलो, रोज़ अच्छा स्टार्ट मिल रहा था लेकिन लंबी इनिंग नहीं आ रही थी, तो उन्होंने यही कहा था कि अच्छा फिनिश करना है इस बार, तो वही सोच के बैटिंग कर रहा था।
ओके, जब आप पहले के पावर प्ले में अगर आप देखेंगे तो आपके कप्तान आमिर कलीम कुछ अलग ही गेम खेल रहे थे, वो बहुत अटैकिंग क्रिकेट खेल रहे थे, बट आप 12 बॉल पे 12 थे। बट उसके बाद जो आपने जो एक्सेलरेट किया है उसके बारे में बताएं, आपके अप्रोच के बारे में बताएं, और कैसा है टीम का माइंडसेट उसके बारे में बताओ।
यही था कि मैच को अपने रन रेट के लिए हमने खेलना है, तो जल्दी फिनिश करना है, जो बॉल मिलेगा उसे कन्वर्ट करना है बाउंड्री में, और जो अच्छा बॉल होगा उसे स्ट्राइक रोटेट करना है।
कुछ ऐसे शॉट्स थे जो कुछ समझ में नहीं आया, आप जिस वजह से एक्सेलरेट किए 12 बॉल पे 12, और फिर जो बाद में जो एक्सेलरेट करना था उस बारे में आप बताएं। आपको टीम में कुछ ट्रेनिंग मिलती है, या आपके माइंडसेट में, आपके स्ट्रैटेजी में, टीम स्ट्रैटेजीज में स्ट्रैटेजी मीटिंग्स जो होते हैं उसमें कुछ डिस्कस होता है कि आपको किस टाइप की इनिंग्स खेलनी चाहिए?
वही हमारे कोच कह रहे हैं कि मतलब जैसे जो अपना बॉल है आपको लगता है कि मारना है तो उसे फुल फ्लैश मारना है, ये नहीं है कि हम उसे आधे मन से मार रहे हैं, तो यही सोच के बैटिंग करना है कि जो बॉल है उसे मारना है।
ओके, अब मजीज टाइटंस कितने मैच हारा है आप मुझे बताएं?
एक
मैच हारा है, बाकी सारे जीते हैं। डेफिनेटली कुछ ना कुछ अच्छा चल रहा है मजीज टाइटंस में। आपके टीम कल्चर के बारे में कुछ बताओ।
सारा अच्छा माहौल है, पूरा सब अपने एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करते हैं और सब एक दूसरे को बैक करते हैं।
Okay, all the very best, and once again I hope you collect more such medallions. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's all we have from the post-match presentation ceremony, but do stay tuned. We've got a lot of exciting cricketing action coming your way. Do stay tuned.
He has timed that one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is.